Today we're drinking Senior Son Blended Scotch. While the label states that this is a blended Scotch whiskey, it contains only the distillate of 100% malted barley, allowing it to be called a blended malt Scotch. This bottle has no age statement, but per Scottish law, is at least 3 years old. It is imported and sold by CJ Spirits in Kane, PA, and can be purchased from Pennsylvania Libations at the link below. This bottle comes in at 80 proof and retails for $30. Enjoy!
Thanks, Joyce. Let's go ahead and dive in and see what they think. This video, I do know what we're drinking.
I think I know what country I'm going to on this one.
So do I.
So far, I'm liking the nose on this.
I'm liking it. It took me a little bit to get it adjusted, acclimated. That's probably a better word.
Yes, because this steers a completely different direction from the last whiskey we had. A lot of malt.
Dusty malt.
Yes, and sweet.
Slightly like toffee sweet, but not like a dark toffee, like a light toffee.
I'm also getting like a sour apple.
I'm getting some fruit. I'm not sure that it's sour apple, though.
Until I figure out what it is, though, I'll go with this. I'll go with sour apple.
I'm leaning towards pear.
I can see pear, too.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm definitely getting those malty notes.
It's some sort of tree-bearing flesh fruit. I had a hint of a really strange note, but I lost it, and I don't know what it was.
Definitely getting a lot of caramel or toffee, light toffee.
I'm going for a sip.
I like that.
That is very smooth. And I don't mean in the bad whiskey smooth.
Not that smooth. No, it's pleasant, it's oily.
Yes.
Viscous.
Yeah.
Yes. A little bit of shortbread.
Certainly buttery. Which, when I think of shortbread, I do think of buttery, because most shortbread I've had is fairly buttery.
Creamy, almost like Vienna Fingers cookies. Buttery with that cream sandwich filling in there. And am I getting a little bit of salt?
I don't know.
Anybody else picking that up or no?
Maybe?
I'm not getting a ton of salt, but there's definitely like a hint.
I'm not sure it's salt or just like a alcohol burn.
I'm going to go with salt, because when I go back to the nose, I'm kind of picking up a little.
Like sea salt brine.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to add a little water.
Going to. I don't want to.
I think it released that salt note a little bit more.
Oh, especially on the nose.
It just smooths it out. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't take away too much with the water. It just smooths it out, so it takes off those rough edges.
But it gives it a little bit of that seaside sea spray that you
Yeah.
get, like when you're standing on a rock on the ocean and the waves are crashing on the rock.
When I was-
Definitely picking that aroma up.
You're standing on Giant's Causeway and the water is washing up against the pillars.
Hey now, don't tell us what country this is from.
Technically, Giant's Causeway is in 2 countries.
I know.
I've never been there, so
Neither have I, but I know where it is.
I don't know where it is.
It's in the country I think this is from.
Oh, I'm fairly certain what country this is from now. If the Giant's Pillars or whatever stretches across 2 countries, I'm fairly certain what the other country is at this point.
They are 2 whiskey-making countries.
Sorry, I gave too many hints.
I was already going there.
And I'm getting some kind of weird herb on the finish now.
As you said, I'm getting some kind of weird. I got hit with that note of some kind of weird herb.
Yeah.
Almost like a basil.
I was going to say basil or cilantro.
There's like a weird basil note on the finish. And I like it a lot.
Yeah, basil. Definitely not cilantro. Cilantro's more Mexican food kind of stuff.
This is like pesto.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had cilantro on a lot of pizza.
And going back to Nozem, it smells like pesto.
All right, we're going to do some ratings.
Nose, I found it pleasantly complex. I love the way that this whiskey was just telling me to drink it right off the bat. I actually smelled it just a couple times and snuck a sip in and went back to the nose before I finished talking about the nose. I love this nose. I'm going 4.5 on it. I love the salt aromas I was getting. I love the malt. I love the butteriness. I love the light caramel / toffee, whatever you want to call it. Just all around, I couldn't wait to drink it. When I drank it, I was getting everything that I expected, plus some. Got a little bit of that apple or pear or flesh fruit, whatever it was that we were tasting, and just loved every moment of that. I'm going straight to a 5 on the palate on this. The finish, everything that I was expecting coming off the nose and coming off the palate was what I was getting on the nose. And it just all transitioned so smoothly, perfectly timed. I'm going with a 5 on the finish.
Wow. I'm going to start off. I'm getting a 5 on the nose. I thought this was just incredibly inviting.
Yes.
I just loved every note I got on the nose. Moving into the palate, it followed through exactly as I had hoped. And then some. I'm going to give it a 5 on the palate as well. And then the finish, I do think the finish is this whiskey's weak point. I'm going to give it a 4. It was good. It followed through. It just, there was something more that needed to be there.
I think that what it was missing, personally, was smoke.
Maybe, yeah.
That's just my personal take.
I'm going to give the nose a 4. I thought it was inviting. I thought it was good. I think they said it was accurate. I'm going to give the palate a 4 as well. The nose led into the palate very well. Good flavors. Good flavor on the palate. I didn't find there to be as much complexity as I would have liked. I would like to taste more, like you saying you like smoke. I would have liked to see more fruit notes, personally. And then the finish, I'm giving a 3.5. A step down from the palate and finish. Not thinking a whole lot there. Some lingering spices and such. But overall, good whiskey. All right, so now we're going to move on to our guesses. They're going to be guessing what kind of whiskey they think this is, what proof they think this is, how much they'd be willing to pay, and then what they think a retail price is.
Well, I do think we're in agreement this is a Scotch.
Yeah, and I'm gonna guess region, knowing that I'll be absolutely wrong.
I'm going to care more about the type than the region.
I'm not going to get the type. I know that.
I'm going to go single malt, no. Single malt, Isla? Yes. 84 proof. Because that is what I have to guess. Otherwise, it'll be 84 proof. And I'm going to say this retails at 26. And I would probably pay up to 30, 32 for it.
I'm going to go Island Scotch. There's just not enough smoke for me to go Isla, so I'm going to go Island Scotch. I'm going to go blended, which probably means it's a single malt. Proofing, I'm going to go 84 with Eric on this one. Probably dead off, but it's a low proof. I'm going to go at $24 to $26. I would pay $24 to $26.
So let's go ahead and reveal what we drank today. So real quick, I'm not going to reveal it quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are right, this is a Scotch.
Yes, obviously it's a Scotch.
It's a Scotch.
It's a very Scotchy Scotch.
Today you guys drank Senior Son from CJ Spirits, who imported it.
I see Pennsylvania on the thing, and that means it's automatically blended. It's not single malt.
So it says it on the bottle, blended Scotch whiskey. Again, they spelled whiskey with an E. That being said, according to their information about this, I even called them about this because I was confused. On their description, they say this is 100% malted barley. So why is it called blended Scotch? It's like, why? So I called them, like, hey, could you call this blended malt Scotch then instead, since it's all 100% malted barley? Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, I guess we could. So while it says blended Scotch, meaning you're correct as far as what the label says, blended malt Scotch is a better descriptor. If you're watching Kane or CJ Spirits, I would recommend changing this to blended malt Scotch if you have the right requirements for it. My only question is I'm wondering if blended malt has to be bottled in Scotland. I'm not sure. I'll double check that.
Just curious.
Yep.
Regionally, there's
no idea. They just say that it has a hint of smoke.
What are we looking for price-wise on this?
30.
30? You paid 30?
I paid 30. Yep. From Pennsylvania Libations. You can get this from the distiller, who is in Kane, Pennsylvania, which is from, I can tell, the middle of nowhere. Like, middle of the Allegheny National Forest, essentially. So they import this Scotch as a tribute to the master distiller's, the owner of the company's father, who passed away a while ago. So that's why it's called Senior Son, because they're senior and junior. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. That was really good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yes.
Is this only available at PA Libations?
That's the only place you're going to find it. It's not in Fine Wine Good Spirits, I'll say that. If you want to buy this, go to PA Libations. Don't go to Fine Wine Good Spirits. Support your local businesses. They do say that there's a hint of smoke. I don't have any, legit, extended tasting notes. But they say there is a hint of smoke in this, which I could maybe see. It's maybe, as much of a hint to me as the Shackleton has.
I could see a hint.
Well, that's what we think of this whiskey. We really enjoy it. We give it pretty high ratings all around. So, yeah, if you can get your hands on this, it's a great value, I think, for $30. A little disappointed on the proof, but honestly, you can't even tell. It tastes like lower proof, but not doesn't taste bottom out. Well, that's all we have for today. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button down below and leave a comment. Let us know what you think of this bottle, and let us know if any other craft distilleries that you know who have whiskey in our price range. And until next time, may the winds of fortune sail you.
May you sail a gentle sea.
May it always be the other guy who says,
This drink's on me.